Hello, 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 hello. What's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing today? All right, welcome to Al Stock Trades. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's see if this audio is working right now. Hello, hello. All right, we're working. We're doing good. How you doing, Prashek? Yeah, we're on Al's time. I'm so sorry. My apologies, guys. Yeah, just to the camera and everything like that. We're back in Tucson, Arizona, right? We're back home. All right, what's going on, everybody? Nice haircut. I appreciate you guys. Fresh for you guys, always. Okay. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about a lot. So get ready. There's going to be a lot to talk about right now. Okay. Now, again, this is not my complete 2025 outlook. There's a lot that I need to do right now between now and, Christmas is going to be the time where you guys know, Thanksgiving, what did I do? Right. For all the people that are in our lifetime access, this is a time where I get to sit down and really analyze, and it's really good. It's good reflection, right? To see what's going on in the market. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about a lot of things, and it really is a lot. So just buckle up, okay? So, Figs is up 20% on buyout rumors. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, baby? What's going on? So. You know what's funny? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. By the way, this is a live. Nothing in this video is scripted. I mean, I have tabs. I guess you can call that scripted, but there's literally no script here. Okay, so check this out. So let's share the screen. So here's Figs. Now, who is trying to buy them out? Was it Lululemon or some other accessory? I'm not too sure. I am not too sure. Okay, so yeah, 20% up. So the reason why I'm laughing at this is very funny. It's because I recently had an interview. I'm not going to say which state. I don't want, I'm going to email them, right? But I recently had an interview and we talked about Figs. And first off, they talked about what stocks did you call out that went well and which stocks that you called out and that didn't pan out yet, right? So I talked about, I think one of them was NP. That's another one I need to look at. So I was just checking it the other day. I'm like, sadly, it didn't pan out. So I go to have to take a look at it to see what's going on. Something with China right now. We'll see what happens in terms of the tariffs and whatnot with the refineries. But one of the stocks was Figs. I'm like, I know Figs. We're waiting on Figs, but I'm really waiting for a buyout to happen on Figs. And would you look at that? Would you look at that? No. Here's the thing, Ken. I was not going to talk about Figs. I didn't know there was I literally just talked about Figs on my interview like a week ago. And I was like, yeah, I'm waiting for them to be bought out. That's really what it's like, what I'm looking for. Right. And would you look at that? Right. You see, when you start going into the market, you start to recognize patterns of companies that have the potential being bought out. There's many ways, right? So we'll talk about those ways in our mastery course, right? But you could just kind of figure it out with Walgreens and whatnot and all these other things that's happening. So, okay, so let's open up the two screen here. So first, let's just exit off of Mrs. Figs here, and let's open up Clove here. Okay, so Clove is up 3.67%, bounced off of that $3 or $2.99 low. And the thing is, is this a rebound? Are we rebounding? Is this a double bottom? Is this a double bottom, or could this be a head and shoulder pattern, right? And this is the head. These are the two shoulders. And could we break down? Again, very difficult. I mean, we are bouncing off of this RSI here. So could this be the bottom is in for Clover? Again, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, right? But we're monitoring this, and I'm going to go ahead and share with you in the video about kind of the extra things that are happening outside of the market. Now, what I want to do really quickly is I want to talk about this video here, right? So 2 years ago, I went ahead and I created a video called Top Semiconductor Stocks. Sadly, 2 years ago, people were like, Al doesn't know what he's talking about with Clove, and he's just like, whatever. And I get that, it's fine, right? And unfortunately, only 414 people saw this. And the people that actually saw this video have made a lot of money, right? A lot of money was made, right? Because one of the stocks we talked about was RGTI, right? And if you look at year to date, this thing's up 678%. And it's more interesting of what I said about RGTI. Another one is Marvell Technology, right? Marvel's in terms of the a good. It's in the semiconductor industry. Look at it year to date, 107%. We called this out when this thing was trading in the literally 30s, and this thing's up 234%. Again, this video has a lot of just really good, useful information, but I just want to just stop the sharing of the screen for a sec, and I want to open up the audio version of this, and I just want us to just listen to what I said, okay, just to show you that the power of the analytics when it comes to less than a $250 million market cap. Now it's trading at $1.7 billion market cap, right? So let's go ahead and just listen to what I said really quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Now, this is another one. This one I think is going to give you those 400 to 800% returns. Most likely 500. We'll see. Again, revenue 1 million to 10 million. But look at the gross margins. 6. So you could already see how I labeled it. I'm like, this has the potential of being a 5 to 10 bagger. See the 71. Again, I've seen a lot of these companies, which and let's go ahead and stop the sharing of the screen. And if you look at that, 6 bagger, 6 freaking bagger, guys. 6 bagger. And that's year to date. I mean, if you were to look at it all the way from the bottom lows here, when it was at 41 cents, that's a 16 bagger. Okay. 1,646%. Okay. So, you can see ultimately the power of the analytics. And I know it's hard. There's a lot of folks out there that are claiming this and that, but I mean, you can't fake fundamentals, right? And overall, this is not so much up on not so much up on fundamentals, but it's up on the kind of quantum hype, right? And there's a lot of opportunity within this company. Again, I'm not saying buy now. If you buy now, you're crazy, right? And again, nothing I say is financial advice. Like, you're buying literally up 600%. You're delusional, right? You're just might as well just go follow Haley from the hot coin, right? Because this isn't the place. Okay, so now we went ahead, and most recently we made a couple videos regarding SoundHound, right? Ticker symbol SOUN. We made it the first video on October 20th, 2024, and we said this thing has the potential of going to $20, right? And then it could go up to 87 depending on the growth rate. But again, to be conservative, we said around 20, okay? And we made this on October 20th, 2024 regarding the how to calculate intrinsic value for SoundHound AI SOUN stock using our platform, okay? And if you were to go to October 20, 2024, we go to October 20, which is right here. So right around 550 or whatever, 20, which one you want to take. We'll take the bigger one. This thing is up within 2 months. Less than 2 months, I think. Less than 2 months. It is literally up 207%. 207%. Okay, it is up 207%. In the last 2 months, it is up 207%. Let me just go ahead and just silence my phone for a sec, right? Okay, so in the last 2 months, we called this out. It is up 200. Where is it here? 207.45%. And that's the power of our research. Okay, so are you starting to see a pattern here, right? Okay, so now that we went ahead and again, these are little updates of what's happening in the market, right? These are updates of what's happening in the market, okay? So now what we're going to do in terms of like what's happening with our research, right? In terms of our due diligence on these stocks. What we're going to do now is I'm going to share with you some news regarding the market, okay? This is part of our research edge. We're just going to talk about it right now because, I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Just wanted to kind of update you guys. Again, unfortunately, let me just kind of really quickly, when residency starts, I'm not going to have the opportunity to do a lot of these lives. I mean, let's be honest, right? The lives are not going to be a thing anymore, I think, right? So it's maybe once every 6 months, maybe once every maybe year. Again, I'm planning for the worst, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm starting from ground zero. I'm starting from a baby, an idiot in the field I'm going into, and I need to become a master, right? and you don't become a master by doing a lot of things, right? I got to focus. So this is kind of like that last type of talks we're gonna have. So I just really, I want to talk to you guys. However, the data platform, the stock terminal, and everything that's going to be going, right? That's going to be going. It's all automatic, and it's pretty much all constructed. And now we just got to put in the courses, right? So this is, I'm kind of savoring the moment of what we have together in terms of our time. But you have to understand, my priority now is going to be patience, right? That's my priority. I mean, it's my priority now, but I don't have an MD on in my name right now. I don't have an MD. I'm a medical student. Once I have an MD, the whole situation changes, right? My priority won't be this YouTube channel, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And I mean, I hope you understand. Imagine if I was taking care of your family, right? If I was taking care of your family, you want someone who's on YouTube and all? No, hell no. That's a shitty doctor, right? So I'm going to be honest, right? Which is why I've been pushing the lifetime access, because that's going to be the place, right? That's going to have all the data and everything. Because making these videos are tough. May I like make a video when I'm in the sauna or something like that? Maybe I might just pull up a video in the sauna or something like that, but it's not going to be like videos like this, right? Which sucks. But maybe every 3 months I get 4 days off or something like that. 4 days off. I may, make a video then, but it's probably going to be once every 6 months, especially the first 3 years of me learning what this field is. I need to focus 120% on this. Okay. There is no excuse, right? I'm trying to be a master, right? And, I don't like to do things half-assed, right? So anyway, just wanted to kind of, now I have some time to talk to you guys, because it's been sub-eyes, it's been interviews, it's just been boom, 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 boom. It's just, I haven't been having an opportunity to talk to you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about this research. Okay. So Research Edge. Okay. So big events that are coming up. As I said, we are in the moment of uncertainty within the stock market in terms of the 3 dates I talked to you about. The last date was December 18, which is at 2 p.m. We're going to have the FOMC meeting, right? And the FOMC meeting, we're expecting a 25 basis point rate cut, which could impact how investors react. Okay. Obviously we know this is coming. And I think after this, we're going to get our Santa Claus rally. Okay. In terms of what's happening with mutual funds and hedge funds, if you go ahead and look at the LSEG overall research, the PDFs of that are attached in Research Edge. If you guys want to follow the references and see where I got this from, it's attached in the Research Edge. So you can flip through all these pages and read it and, and learn, right? But approximately 69% of active mutual funds are underperforming the market, right? These are not hedge funds. These are mutual funds. You can see a lot of them are underperforming. 69%. You could kind of read it here, right? Within this line, right? 69%. They're underperforming. And let's go ahead and open up the next one. And if you look at hedge funds aren't really much better. I mean, they're doing okay. The hedge funds are posting about 8.75 return, but it still lags behind the broader market. And you can read the 8.75 return here, okay? So why does this matter? Okay, so both mutual funds and hedge funds need to improve their performance. And one way they can do that is by buying the stocks during a dip, such as now, right? So this creates opportunity for savvy investors to lead their anticipated move. Again, how much of that is going to cross over to 2025? I don't know. But all I know is I have a, 80%, 8 times out of 10, if we were to run the Monte Carlo sequence simulation, I would say 80% probability that we're going to end December on a positive note. The Santa Claus rally is real, okay? And, there's a lot of cash waiting to jump in. There's I think like 7 trillion, but we're going to go ahead and play it safe and say it's over 6 trillion is sitting in money market funds right now. This money has not been invested yet in terms of the stock market, but it represents huge buying power, and it could flow into the stock market when conditions are right? So where's smart money looking at? Well, they're looking at small caps, they're looking at financials, and they're looking at industrials. And obviously they're looking at cryptocurrency. Now I say obviously as a chuckle because, again, Cryptocurrency isn't usually the focus of traditional value investors like Warren Buffett, but the landscape is changing. Let me explain on that, okay? So with Trump's administration has announced a Bitcoin reserve of $15 trillion, which is a bold and catching move right there, right? BlackRock, one of the world's largest asset managers, is recommending 2% portfolio allocation to cryptocurrency, and it signals that this is becoming mainstream. So overall, if you were to just summarize what we said on the research edge, there's a lot of cash sitting on the sidelines. Mutual funds and hedge funds are under pressure to perform, so they're likely buying the dip. Certain sectors like small caps, and I guess now we could call it Bitcoin, might see increased attention as investors reposition themselves for growth. So now that we went ahead and talked about that, we're going to talk about some new commands that are released on the stock terminal that I think should garner your attention, okay? Before we do that, let's go ahead and just open up the chat here real quick. And let me just figure this out here. Whew, all right, let's see. I'm just opening up the chat. Yeah, yeah. What about Pfizer? Where's Dr. Pfizer at? Where are you, Mr. Mark Anthony? Right? All right. Well, let's see, where's this guy at, right? You know that song, Mark Anthony. Oh yeah, the chest hairs are coming back. Yeah, should I loosen up a button? Let's see. Would love to have an Al Stock Trades annual meeting. Thank you for dedicating so much time. Al, are you going to be releasing a new portfolio hedge picks for 2025? Also, are there any tips that you can give for screening? Yes. So we're going to be releasing our portfolio hedging modeling system. And again, listen, guys, listen. This studio that I'm in, it's not like, it's a pretty basic. I mean, it's pretty good. We got a good. I mean, it's like Joe Rogan's mic, right? I mean, our platform's pretty cool. It's good. We have good data, and you can see our performance speak for itself. But again, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Like, think of me as someone on the street. I mean, I used to be on the street, right? So don't take like this portfolio hedging modeling system. Yes, it's been back tested for 18 years, but it's like, how do I explain this to you guys? I don't have confidence in myself. You know what I mean? Yes, it works. And the itemizations to get this is remarkable. And it takes a lot of work to do this and a lot of just maneuvers and research to get these picks. And these picks are all derived from legendary investors. Lots of information and data sweeping. But, yes, they've outperformed. They've always outperformed. But the problem is sometimes, they're down when the market's down, but they outperform. And they always outperform the market. But again, that word always, it's just tough. It's tough. So always take it as a grain of salt, right? Just look up the 10-year financial sheet. Do your own due diligence. Calculate your own intrinsic value, right? What I've noticed is that winners tend to always be winners, and there's like 1 or 2 losers, sometimes 3, and those losers always tend to be losers. So again, I would like you to just take that as a grain of salt. Yes, it performed really well this year, and it also performed really well last year and the year before that. Okay, and our backtest model is magnificent. But again, guys, it's just, do your own research. Okay, I get it. We've done really well, but look at us as an educational platform. Okay, it's just seeing what another person that's been successful that is doing, and pair it up with other people that you follow. Right, pair it up with other folks. Right, and just develop your own thinking. Right, that's all you can ask for. Right, so. In terms of the annual meeting, yeah. So we have an annual report we're going to be writing. Last year's annual report was wonderful. This year I'm going to work on it. It's going to be pretty fun. I like to do it. It's a lot of work, but I do it during Christmas because I don't have nothing to do. It's in terms of having an annual meeting, that's tough. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. But not in the next 10 years. It sucks. I really want to. It would be really nice to have that. It is on my list. But I think it works out because once Clover Health reaches its intrinsic value, I think a lot of us are going to be able to afford a really expensive annual, meeting place, and we're going to be able to meet anywhere in the world, and it's going to be fancy. And I think that's going to be fun. I think that'll be fun. So we are going to get there, right? Bitcoin encryption going to get broken by quantum computers. Ridiculous to use that as a reserve. Exactly. So I think Chamath said this within 5 years. But the thing is, Bitcoin people can vote to redo the encryption to not have it to break down. So that's the problem, right? Again, I'm not an expert in Bitcoin. I'm not. I'm just delivering what I'm seeing and what big money is doing. It's tough. You know what I mean? I don't know. I learned intrinsic value from a homeless man. You know what's funny? I got to build clothing for this. I have to. It's on my list, guys. It's just my list is so huge. There's a couple of research itemizations I need to do on my academic side that I've been putting off. Take all the info as exactly. Take it as exactly. Right. Nice seeing you, Al. Did you notice that Robinhood dropped Clover margin requirements to 100% again on Friday, and the stock went up and interest rates borrowing rate went up? Absolutely. In fact, so I can tell you're not part of our lifetime access. I can tell you're not part of the stock terminal because we talked about that within a day, within like minutes of it happening. I made a video or made a audio video, whatever you want, audio, call it audio. It's a voice little thing. And I talked about that in our platform. I said, listen, guys, this is happening. Interesting. It went up. This is almost like a support margin level. Yes. And I'm happy you brought that up because I forgot to bring it up to you guys. Again, I can't talk about everything we talk about in the stock terminal because we talk about so much and I forget. Right. So yes. Thank you for being candid and straightforward. No, absolutely, Doug. Right. And that's the thing, the biggest thing that, because I was just going to be an educational platform. This whole stock terminal thing was just to help use it to learn. It's because, Morningstar failed us. Fine, you're not going to give the 10-year financial sheet. I'll have to recreate it myself. So, I mean, ultimately, the stock terminal was just a creation of the gap that existed, and people can't afford Bloomberg terminals. So, $2,000 a month at least. Come on, right? So, yeah, we just, see if I could teach you this method as an educational way, and you could take it upon your own way to just master it. I think that's a job well done on our platform, and I think we can do better than any business school that exists in the United States, because business schools teaches you how to be a good employee. I'm trying to teach you what I'm doing, right? Which is like, be a boss, right? That's why you know what I mean? I'm it's just one thing that works. Other people have used it too, and it works. But yeah, take it as a grain of salt, right? Yeah. I am broke to buy it, Al. Maybe later when I get some profits. Hey, you know what? We're going to be here. Okay. We're going to be here. Right. And the platform is going to be there. Right. So take your time. Right. In fact, you need to work on yourself first and then you later. And I don't recommend people that buying it. If you don't have the funds, don't buy it. Right. Do not buy it. Right. What's the point? And then putting yourself in a stressful situation. People have kids and all, you know what I mean? So, it'll always be here. Okay. So now let's go ahead and open up the screen again, and let's go ahead and talk about, how to read the net flow chart. You could go ahead and read this. I'm going to pause for a little bit so you can pause the video. And you could go ahead and read this. I'm pausing it so you can have some time to pause the video. All right. So now this is a command that you can use now on the stock terminal. Okay. So let me explain. So you open up the stock terminal here. Okay. Oh, we already see people using it. Nice. So this is great. So you could see the red line is above the green line, meaning that people think that, it thinks that Oracle's actually bearish right now. And would you look at that? It's down 11%. So you can see how powerful this data is. So already I saw the red above the green. So that's another way of reading it. So what we can do here is look at net flows real quick. And let's look at SOUN. We could just type in, let me just go ahead and, oh, hello. Let me type in SOUN. I can't spell today, put 5. Let's make it bigger so you can see, right? And let's enter it. You can see instantaneously, we're going to get a response. Not instantaneously, maybe a couple seconds, but still. You click on this and you get this graph, which is equivalent to the graph here. Okay, we could just put it here. So you can see here in the past 5 days, the green line has just basically skyrocketed. And as it skyrocketed, the stock price skyrocketed. These are the net premiums. This is the stock price in white. And it shows you momentum. This is red. Whenever you see red bars, that's negative momentum, right? You can see there was negative momentum here, and then the stock price dropped. So you can see you got to be careful. Now you're seeing a lot of green momentum, maybe a little bit decreasing, but it could be oscillating. Maybe a little bit of an increased jump on the puts here, but overall the calls are dominating, indicating that this, the SOUN is exploding. And if we were to look at the stock price real quick for SOUN, in the past 5 days, it's up 11%, but just look at it. This thing's jumping. In fact, in the past year to date, it's up 700%, 7-bagger. Our stock terminal called it out when it was around $1.50, $2, right? And I've done that video. You can go ahead and look at it, right? Our stock terminal is very powerful, right? So yeah, you can see that this thing's going up. And, let's look at other stocks that people looked at. This is, I don't know what this company is. This is, again, same thing. It's green is momentum. The green line is above the red, indicating that this thing, it's going up. And what is it, Celsius? Oh yeah, that's the energy drink. So so you could see that in the past 5 days, month, it's up 23%, and it's been down for a while now. So potentially this could be another rebound. I don't know, right? You would have to keep checking it, and then you have to look at algo flow. There's a lot of things you got to do here, right? Another command that I want to basically show you is whale watchers, okay? You can go ahead and you can read this. I'm going to pause for a little bit. Okay. Pause the video and read it, right? I'm going to pause the video here. You can read the rest here. Okay. And here's the graph. Now to go ahead and to take a look at this graph, we can go ahead and open up the terminal like we did and just go here and just take the terminal here and look, type in T-whale or TR-whale watchers, T whatever, right? You go ahead and do that and you get this graph here, okay? Which is the same thing as this, okay? All part of the stock terminal. You can look at any stock you want. And you have different colors here, which this obviously paper, green, teal, orange, this goes ahead and shows you, okay? And this is whale watchers. This tells you what big money is doing. And you could see big money went heavy on the $10. They went heavy on the 15. The 20 is slowly starting to rise, but you can see 15 and 10 is pretty good, indicating that they think that this thing is going to 10 to 15, which obviously it certainly has, right? The question now is to continue monitoring it to see if that 20 goes up, right? Or could it go back down to 10 to 15? Could it be volatile, right? So you can do this for Clover, but right now Clover doesn't have good options in terms of its data, which for all my wheel strategy people, you can see that the options for Clover for the wheel strategy is not paying that much. I mean, you're lucky if you can get maybe 5%, 4% right now per month. It's not paying as well. So once Clover starts to issue its algo flow and stuff, then we can get back to 8 to 10%. So that is coming, right? People still think this is like a meme stock, right? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I have for you guys. I mean, we went through some, 30 minutes, not bad. I mean, we really did a lot right now. We talked about a lot of things here, right? So for folks that are just tuning in now, I recommend rewatching the video, right? There's a lot we talked about, but a lot of folks, let's kind of lean back here and talk. A lot of folks have used their stock terminal now. Relentless, you've messaged me on the Bullseye. You can see Bullseye is panned out pretty well. Um, I'm just I'm gonna just publicly release your message if that's okay. Um, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm not even gonna show your picture because again, privacy, all this privacy stuff, right? So you sent me this. You sent me this. This is from Relentless, the CPA, right? Amazing that we have so smart people in this group. December 11th, you sent me this and you forwarded it to me. This is the Bullseye, which shows an AI confidence level. It's green, which shows that this is a call that, Macy's expected to pan out to make you some money. And you said, how good are these notifications? And I said, they pan out pretty well. You just got to use technical analysis. So let's show, right? So this, December 11th. So let's open up Macy's. Let's look at 5 days and let's look at December 11th. So December 11th was it 12 something? Why is this in euros? Man. There it is. What in the world? What the hell was I watching? So December 11th was right here. See that? And within 5 days from this low, it went ahead and the stock increased to 10%. So that's pretty good, right? It dropped and it went ahead and increased. And I'm just curious to see when the signal was sent. Yeah, you see? So stock price dropped. The stock price dropped here, and then it went ahead and just signaled, and it went up. So I hope this answers your question, right? Strike was 17, and it was around 1494, and now it's going back up to 17, right? So the point is you're having lots of data coming at you, right? You have the fundamentals, you have the technicals, and you have the options. There's a lot of things going on. You have all the things we're providing, research and all this other stuff. And the goal is to have like a one-stop shop, right? And I hope that folks that are in the terminal are seeing the beauty of this, right? This is pretty unique to get all this data, to get the best data wherever we can find, put it in, and taking our own mathematical models that we have in Brain Machine and be able to show you those calculations. Fair value. Remember the fair value stuff that showed you? And if you go back to Median or fundamentalnews.com, the other website, and if you go to Palantir, it shows you the institutional ownership of Palantir, which then, we could just pull it up here. Hold on. One memento. It's probably somewhere here. We posted this Jan 17, but here it is, institutional ownership, November 30, 2023. So we posted this November 30th. This is where we used Brain Machine. Did we not? We did. So let's go ahead and show you. So this was fundamentnews.com. It's part of the Medium thing. I stopped posting on it, but again, November 30th, 2023, we go ahead and put, we also made a video about this too. So let's do November 30th, 2023. So Palantir was around 19, and then we went up to 96. Again, we called Palantir out at $6.55. We called it out on our older video for 2023 outlook in 2022. Let me show you that. For folks that just haven't followed our research. Give me a moment here to load it up. Yeah. So here's the video. January 15, 2023, we called out. We said Palantir's goodbye. So January 15, was it 2023? Right there, right around there. You can see it's up 920. Let me zoom in. 922%. Okay, so you can see kind of the power of the analysis here. But that's not the point. The point is we made after 6 months after or whatever, 11 months after that year, we called it out and the stock kept going up. So we said we did good, right? But then we used our brain machine, right? You can kind of read all this that we put here. We could say the dance of institutional ownership. So March 31st, seeds of optimism. Investors holding slightly decreased from 846 to 832. So the stock sold off in March, from January to March, most likely. So it went up, right, to 751, and then all of a sudden it dropped down to $7, right? But then in June 30th, there was a surge of confidence. Institutional investors jumped from 832 to 925. Increasing $11.25 billion pounding into the Palantir stock. So if you go to June 30th, you can see here June, the stock literally went from $7 to $16, and that was an increase of 110%. And then winds of change, investors retreat a little bit. And then from March to November, we have, you do the analysis, and this is kind of the data. This is, again, all the data is provided by Al Stock Trades on the bottom. And you can see here that this was March. We had 846 to 832. Then we had 832 to 925. So you could see there was a surge in institutional investors. And, if you follow the trend, you can see more institutional investors coming in. In fact, we could go ahead and see what it is now. Maybe, we could learn something. So let's open up help menu and let's look up institutional stock ownership. We press that button. And maybe I think it's this one here. We'll do PLTR and let's look up, I don't know, 10. Yeah, this is the one. So now let's go all the way back up. Now look how many institutional investors there are. Whoa. Sorry, I zoomed in too much. Okay. So if we go back to the Medium article from November, you could see that there was around 900 to 882 institutional investors. You can see this here, right? You have 832 to 925, right? You want to know how many institutional investors there are now? Look. It went from 1,290. Sorry, 1,290 to 1,531. So you can see it's gone up a lot, right? And what happened to the stock price? It's gone up. So folks that are interested, why don't you go search for Palantir? You have the data. I feel like I keep showing you these different commands. You're like, oh my God, I can do this. I can do that. Yes, you can. That's the power of the stock terminal. You have your finger on the pulse, right? And you could just sit back and be a boss, right? Welcome to Wall Street, right? This is how Wall Street people do it, right? This is called the democratization of financial data, right? So I'm very excited of what we've built. You know what I mean? Feels good. So make that money, right? Make it, right? Do what you got to do what you got to do, right? So our platform will support you along the way. Remember, educational, right? But there it is. So I'm very excited for what we've created together. Let's go up and look at the chat here real quick. What's up with all the eggplant chat on the terminal? Should we be investing in eggplant companies? I heard eggplant is very good and useful to make baba ganoush, right? Put some tahini, baba ganoush. First, you got to take the eggplant and put it in the oven, right? You got to be careful, though, right? Some people may not like that, right? You poke holes in it, right, to make sure the eggplant roasts, and you put some tahini, lemon, a little bit of salt. You put that in a little blender. Depending on the texture and consistency, you put some pita in there, right? How you doing, B-Rob? What's going on? PLTR added to NASDAQ. Exactly. Certainly has. So I hope that now that our channel has been active for a long time, and we've have over 700 videos now, I hope that now you guys are starting to see the overall pattern of the data. Like, we are data driven. Everything we do likes to, it's like how you write an essay. You have a concrete detail, commentary, right? Concrete, commentary. So you have your topic sentence, concrete, commentary, concrete, commentary, and you do that again, and you have your concluding sentence. And your concluding and topic sentence goes back and references the thesis, right? So the thesis is to make money, right? And a concrete detail is that factual data from the stock terminal. And commentary is what, if we were to combine all of the concrete details that we have, what hypothesis can we generate? Okay. So it's really clearly data driven, and it's a different way of investing, right? And you could go ahead and look at, Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett. I mean, this is how people invest. These are, I mean, so I hope that we're showing you a different way of how these folks on Wall Street are investing. And you guys have finger on the pulse. I mean, you guys see it. Palantir was at 800 or something. The stock was at $6, right? In terms of 800 institutional investors. Okay. Now it's at like 1,500. So you see how you can, you have institutional analysis, options analysis. I mean, here, let's go ahead and look at the net flow. Since we showed you the command, let's take a look at net flow. Let's look at net flow real quick, and let's put Palantir here. You can imagine it's going to be, the calls are going to be high. We'll see. I mean, we don't know. Oh, it already, here it is. Ooh. Interesting. So the stock price dropped. There was negative momentum. And now the calls are reversing. And now you're starting to see the green thing here. So momentum is starting. And the calls now are about to go over. So potentially, this may have been the buy, whatever you could, I don't know if you can call that a dip, but, it was right here, right? Boom, right? So, again, I'm not touching this. This is, for folks that are interested, we talked about this at $6, right? We talked about this at $6. I mean, it's no $76 now, right? So, but I hope now you're realizing the amount of data that you have. And the cool part is, let's say, for example, somebody goes ahead and does a command that you like, and you can say, forward this to them, and say, I want to message you, and you can say, hi, hello, my name is boom bada boom bing bing. I saw that you put this command, and I was trying to figure out, what do you think? Boom, 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 boom. So it's open access, right? So you could, I mean, this is just beautiful, right? So it's pretty cool, right? To have this, right? I mean, I built, I wish I had this 15 years ago, right? I wish I had this, I wish I had something like this. You know what I mean? Like, this was pretty intense. This is pretty good, man. So I built something that I'm using, right? So it's something that I'm using, and I have my own terminal up there that no one can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I use the one here, but it's more for testing purposes in terms of testing stuff, right? Um, but it's beautiful right here. I mean, here, let me show you. It's right here. This is the command that I have, So this is my own terminal, right? So yeah, there it is. So yeah, it's going to be released on. So if you go to Research Edge, we have a lot of stocks that we talked about there. The portfolio hedging is going to be coming up, but remember, everything that we say is a grain of salt, right? It's all going to be a grain of salt, right? But yeah, that's all. I'm going to go walk my dog. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to go spend some time with my baby boy. And yeah. So yeah. So that's pretty much all I have, guys. I love you guys a lot. And we will be releasing I haven't gotten an email yet from Linda. Let me double check. Yeah, I haven't gotten an email. I'll send an email. What is it? The 15th? Yeah, it's I don't know when we're going to be releasing our holiday, our New Year sale for folks that are interested. I'll let you guys know, when it comes online. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of data here. Lots of data. For folks that are joining, I highly recommend getting into the watching this video. There's a lot of good stuff in this video. We talked about a lot. Okay. Let's see here. Having access to this data and like-minded individuals is huge. Can't tell you how much I've talked to people about investing on this platform. No, talking to people about investing in this platform. No one listens. Exactly. Right. That is so huge. So, I mean, think about it. That is so freaking huge because I wish, should I just make this business? Should I just create a bar? It'll go bankrupt, I think. We'll call it Warren Buffett Bar. Just let's go drinking. Let's go to a bar, and instead of honestly, it sounds boring. Honestly, just like you can't go. I mean, imagine you want to go out and just talk about stocks or just. I know I must be stupid, honestly, to even think like that. It just. Don't you aren't you tired? It's just going you go to a cigar shop, or I don't know, you go somewhere to enjoy, and the discussions people have are just so surface level. I mean, it's not, it would be nice to just have a place to go to. It just you just can't talk about this with people. It just goes over their head, or they're just not interested, and it's okay. It's not. It's like me, talking to someone liking yoga, and then, it's like people have differences of interests, but it'd be nice to have someone to talk to, which is why this terminal is open access. I just want to be able to help a family and friends like you out, and you'll be able to get there, because here's the thing: what we're teaching is not something new. This is what big money uses, right? Everything we talk about, you can learn it yourself outside of our platform. It's just the stock terminal, you're going to have to pay a lot of money, right? If you want access to what we have and everything that we've created, you're going to have to get a Bloomberg terminal, right? And I think the biggest asset is the people in there, which it's hard to find there too. But you can ultimately learn everything. I mean, it took me 10 years to learn this, right? So you could learn this stuff. It'll take you a long time. But it's it's I felt like this is what was missing in the finance value investing community. I think so. Yeah. I was able to show 2 coworkers of mine the power of Al. The power of Al. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go lift some weights. And they both signed up because of my love for Al. I appreciate you, Patrick. And the beautiful part is, that's 2 more people that have learned about value investing. And it's just so funny, and it shows you how corrupt the system is. When someone who's an outsider, I'm first generation citizen, first generation college student, I'm first at everything, and I was on the bottom. It's just funny how an outsider was able to figure out what these billionaires are doing and soon to be trillionaires. I'm watching you, Elon, right? Soon to be trillionaires. And he'll definitely be the first trillionaire, right? This is what they do. This is what they do. And it shows you how corrupt the system is. Look at all your GOP and Democratic leaders in the Congress. They're buying stocks, right? And our platform tracks it. Right? So I'd like CLOV to get up there so options premiums can give me. Yeah, and I think right now, because if you look at the net flow, like if you type in net flow right now for Clover, it's not going to show you any because there's just not, right? People need more news and more contracts and all these institutional investors coming in. So, excuse me, we'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, this is very good. It's just I'm very proud of what we have. It's just I'm just in a period of reflection because it's always just been go, 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 go. So I'm very excited. So just to kind of reiterate, I think the Santa Claus rally is going to happen after the FOMC meeting, and we're going to have a great Santa Claus rally. It's going to be a really good one, and we're going to go ahead and do more research, and we'll go ahead and figure out the outlook for 2025. Okay, but we've done well together. We did well, and this just shows you the power of working hard. It's a lot of work. It's painful, but a lot of you guys have been watching. You guys have been watching for a while, like since 2021. You guys have been watching for a long time, guys. So I really appreciate all you guys. It's been pretty good. The next 7 years, especially the next 3 years, 4 years, is going to be tough for me. It's going to be a tough journey. I'm going to be learning a new language. I'm going to be learning new skills. So bear with me as I learn how to save a life. That's going to be pretty cool. And then once I do that, then we'll recalibrate back on YouTube. But yeah, just be patient with me for as residency approaches. I just need to learn the skill, because the cool part is I really want to go to Africa and go to those places, and even dark places in America, rural America, that don't have good neurosurgeons, and be able to really do some things, really do some cool things. But I just need to learn the skill. And it's hard to do it with a YouTube channel. I'm gonna be honest, right? I can't. I know you guys see me. I can do a lot, but I know my limits. I need to learn the craft, and so we're gonna have the stock terminal. That's have that. But in terms of videos, it's gonna be tough, right? But I do have to say it's been an honor. We've done well together, and we've done well. I'll post videos every 6 months or something, right? Because I'm gonna have to have 4 days. I get 3 weeks off, I think, in a year. Then I take the weeks every 4 months, 5 months. So during those times, I can make a video. So we'll still be in contact, but it's just it will be tough. It'll be tough. But you can imagine, right? It's not like I'm learning a new skill. I mean, you guys. It's tough, right? So, I wish I had 2 brains. It'd be nice, if I had cloned myself, right? You taught people how to fish. That's saving a life, brother. And that's the biggest thing. That was brought up in my interview about stocktrades.com. They're like, so this seems like a pivot. I'm like, it isn't. It's the social determinants of health. You give people money, and they're able to eat healthier, which then further can increase their life expectancy. You give people money, they're able to live in a better neighborhood, which means that they don't have gunshots outside of their house. So they could go ahead and be able to walk their dog in peace. Because I've been in Memphis, I'll tell you. That's a tough place to live. And it's not like the neighbors are bad. The neighbors are the most kindest neighbors I've ever been. I took an Airbnb in a very bad area, lots of crime. It was next to the Med, Regional 1, right? And it was such a beautiful place. My neighbor, I spent a month there. He mows his lawn, takes care of his house. He's a good man. But it's hard. Once night hits, you got to go inside, right? In the morning, it's difficult. You got to watch your back. sucks. So yeah, I do believe it. It's giving money helps people be able to live better lives. I think so, right? Can I be your travel nurse? Yeah, I mean that'll be fun. As of right now, I just learning, but later on, once I have a practice, to even think that's crazy. Holy shit! Which is why I can't do the videos anymore because I need I need a mass. People are going to be relying on me, right? You know what I mean? And I need to give them my all. I need to give them my all. I mean, these patients, I need to give them my all. Because the worst thing happens is, a bad outcome happens, and I'm gonna be like, I don't want it to be like, well, you shouldn't have made that video. You should have went to review the case before, right? So these are things that goes in my mind. So I'm always you guys know how good I am at calculating intrinsic value. I apply that to my own life, right? In terms of calculating and projecting an outcome, right? I want to be the best neurosurgeon. I want to be the best. I want to master the shit out of this field, right? I want to be the best. So now it's time to, I guess a good example is this. I need to focus. I need to focus my energy and skill now. And once I master this art, just like I did with finance, just like I did with intrinsic value, I did in sociology, I did in everything I'm nonprofit, then I can, once I become a master, then I can paint my art canvas and be able to change the world, learning the skills I have. But right now we're entering a new dimension and I need to focus, right? So there's that, right? I'm shedding it to you. No, hey, no, hey, you don't have to. I love you, man. No, we're it's crazy. It's 7 years from now to think that I'm going to be like, holy crap, So it's just it's I'm going to be graduating med school. Holy shit, like So there needs to be some, there has to be some discipline, right? Right. B Rob, let's go. Yeah, is Clover a buy? Sorry, just got here. Oh, by the way, you B Rob, you got me. You got me on that link. You got me. Is Clover a buy? Sorry, just got here and been thinking about buying a chunk. Jaws. Again, I can't say buy or sell. I'm not a financial advisor. You know what I mean, right? It's important to conduct your own due diligence, do your research, and do those things, right? But yeah. So we'll do more lives in between now and then. It's 4th year, right? So we can have some fun with it, right? But things need to, right? Exactly. No one wants a surgeon operating on their loved one with spine or brain when their mind is distracted. There's going to be no distractions. It's going to be it's exactly. There's going to be no distractions. It's going to be full, complete focus. Absolute, full, complete focus. It's time to lock in, right? But you guys can understand, right? I mean, it's a pretty good excuse, right? If you ask me. But at least we're ending it on a positive note, right? Fiscal year free cash flow positive, embarking on another possibly year of free cash flow positive, return to growth, CMS 4-star ratings coming in. HEDIC score in the top leading, potential profitability. I mean, there's a lot of things, we're ending it off on. That's good, but it's good. It's good, right? So, all right, guys, love you guys. And I'll see you on the next one, right?